Hiya, it's Andrea here. How are you all doing? I'm a nutritional therapist and I love to help and support women to get healthy hormones so they can look good and feel good inside and out. And my video today, I want to talk about food combining. And are you doing food combining? Have you heard of it? How it can affect your digestion. And it's had a massive impact on my digestion and how I digest my foods, and feeling so much better by doing it. So I just wanted to have a chat to all you about it. If you're having some problems with digestion, because as you're getting older, your digestion can get a bit more sluggish and your metabolism slows down and your stomach acid is not quite as strong as it used to be when you're younger. So yes, just want to talk about that today. And I'm just wanted to share with you my new tea. I love to try out new teas. I'm a herbal tea fanatic. I don't know if you love all your herbal teas, but I like dandelion tea and nettle tea, and I've just tried a burdock tea, which is quite an unusual taste. But it's not an awful taste, but it's quite nice. And I got it from Buddha Teas. They're a bit more expensive than normal herbal tea bags, but it's a really nice tea. And on the Buddha tea, you get little messages on the tags. It's really cute. So this one I've got now is it's called Pau Dayako tea. Now, if you haven't heard of Pau Dayako, it's a really, really good antifungal, and it's great to help combat candida. So this is why I wanted to try it, because I'm trying to get my candida under control at the moment. So I haven't had a taste of it yet. So oh, it's quite nice actually. It's not too strong. I think somebody described it when they left a review, like it had a bit of a chocolatey taste. But I think that's quite pleasant. It's not really strong at all. It's really nice. So there you go. I'd love to know if you like your herbal teas. What herbal tea do you like to drink? Let me know in the comments below. So right, back to food combining. Have you been used to eating like meat and veg? It seems to be like the Yorkshire diet, isn't it? Meat and 2 veg. But that can be quite a difficult combination. And especially if you're eating pasta with it and rice with it. Instead of potatoes, you're having meat and rice, meat and pasta. Because you've got starches in there and then you've got the protein. And they need different digestive enzymes to digest in your stomach. So this is where they can both clash together, the starches and the protein, because your starch needs an alkaline environment to digest, and then your proteins need a highly acidic environment to digest. So as the protein is digesting, it takes a long time for protein to be broken down, especially in meat and fish. And then if you've got the carbs that are sitting behind it, they can hold up in the digestion. It won't get that, the carbohydrates, starches, won't get digested properly because protein takes so long to digest, and then you digest different enzymes, different environments to digest, and it will start to ferment and it will start to putrefy, and it can cause leaky gut, it can cause inflammation, problems in your gut, an overgrowth of the bad bacteria as well, because your food's just fermenting, it's not digesting properly. And it can cause a lot of digestive discomfort. Have you experienced that yourself? You know, lots of bloating, maybe a bit of indigestion, just really lots of gas because of it. And it can make you feel really tired as well, because protein takes a lot of energy to digest. So have you ever, probably like a Christmas dinner, and you felt really sleepy after it? You've eaten loads of turkey, loads of potatoes, loads of starchy vegetables, lots of chocolates and things like that, really heavy fats, because they take a lot of digesting as well, the fats, if you eat too much fat. And it just makes you so tired and sleepy. and that can be the cause of it. So I would leave at least 4 hours in between eating proteins and eating starches, because it can just interfere and cause you lots of digestive discomfort. So as a rule, fruits probably the quickest to digest. So your fruits probably about an hour, especially melons. They take really fast to digest, and then you start to take about 3 hours to digest, and then the proteins about 4 hours to digest. So if you had a starch meal, I would leave at least 3 hours before you eat a protein meal, and don't mix them both together, especially if you're having like burgers and chips and then loads of ketchup. That's a recipe for disaster, because that can increase, especially ladies in midlife, can be more prone to put weight on that way, because you're combining all the starches and then the sugars with the tomato ketchup, and then that'll increase your insulin levels, increase all the blood sugar, and you can be more prone to putting more weight on that way if you eat lots of starchy like potatoes. So I would go more for like quinoa and buckwheat. They're nice grains, and they will combine well with your starches, with your squashes, and your non-starchy vegetables and your leafy greens. They go really well together. And then your leafy greens will go with anything. You can eat leafy greens with fruit, so they're ideal to put into smoothies to mix with fruit. And then you've got your fruits. Now your fruits are best eaten on their own and not with anything else. Not a lot of anything else anyway. Like I said, they do combine well with leafy greens. And your acid fruits, your subacid fruits like apples, pears and grapes, they're okay to eat with like cheese. And if you have cheese and biscuits and you've like grapes and things with it, but I would stay away from the biscuits and probably have just a few bits of cheese and a bits of apple or pear or grapes. Celery goes okay with grapes as well. Celery is okay to eat with some grapes. And your fruit vegetables, they're avocado, cucumber, tomato, peppers. They go with anything as well. So lots of salads, they go with avocado. We can have some cheese on there if you eat cheese. Nut seeds, cheese and avocado, they're okay with non-starchy vegetables and your acid fruits, like your acid fruits, your apples, your pears, your grapes. And then your acid fruits and your subacid fruits, they can be combined together, and they're like your oranges, limes, your lemons, cherries, apples, pears, peaches. They're all your acids and subacid fruits. And then you want to eat sweet fruits on their own, like your bananas, your figs, your dates. They're some sweet fruits, and they're best to eat preferably on their own, not mixed with acid and subacid fruits. And then your melons don't digest well with anything, or no fruits, no food. You've got to eat melons on their own and leave at least an hour after you've eaten a melon before you eat any other fruits as well, because they're really fast to digest and they're not best eaten. Like melon and, have you ever had like a melon and ham, parma ham or something as a starter? That's just a disaster for your digestion. And have you ever eaten apple crumble or fruit salad after your dinner? That ain't going to digest well, because that fruit's just going to sit in a big queue waiting for all your dinner to get digested. Whatever you've eaten for your dinner, if you had a 3-course meal, whatever you eat in a 3-course meal can be disastrous for your digestion and really cause your body lots of problems to digest. And over time, it can cause a lot of, like I say, the overgrowth of bacteria. Your digestion is going to get really sluggish, and your bile flow and your stomach acid, and it's just going to cause a bit of a digestion discomfort over time. And then it'll take a long time to correct that if you don't combine your food very well. You've got your chickpeas and your lentils. They're okay with starchy vegetables and non-starchy vegetables and leafy greens. So your vegetables, your grains, and your protein, they go well together, but just stay away from starches when you're eating protein. So if you're having nuts and seeds, don't eat them with protein either, and fish. sort of berries like kiwis and or berries. You can eat them with like avocados, coconut, nuts and seeds. So if you're making a smoothie bowl, you could have avocado and coconut on there with nuts and seeds. So that's just like a basic food combining rule. The most important thing to realize is just don't combine starches with protein. Eat melons on their own. Don't combine subacid and acid fruits with sweet fruits, because they could cause a bit of digestive discomfort. It may be okay. Like a lot of smoothies contain frozen bananas. I think they'll be okay with berries and maybe apples and pears and things like that, and some dates. But I would just try it out and see how you feel with your digestion. How is it affecting your digestion? I would just try it out and try it yourself and see how you feel. Do you feel bloated? Do you feel discomfort? And I think you'll notice a massive difference if you try to combine your foods in a really good way, and pay attention to how quickly some foods digest, like fruits first, then your starches 3 hours, then your proteins 4 hours, and then just don't eat loads and loads of fat. Like don't eat lots of avocado and cheese together with carbohydrates and protein, because your fats do take a lot of time to digest as well. So if you've had a heavy fat meal and then you're having a heavy protein meal, now that's going to put a lot of pressure on your digestion. So I hope that's helped somebody. I hope that's helped you with if you're having some digestion issues. Let me know in the comments if you've got any digestive problems, or if you do food combining and it's helped you in a big way. The way I focus on my meal plans in my healthy hormone reset diet and is really good, and I do provide a lot of this combining in there, and how you can prepare your recipes and how to eat the starches away from protein. And it's just experimenting and trying it out yourself. And if you want more help from me, if you're interested in my hormone reset, let me know. I've put this together for women, not just specifically menopause, but perimenopause as well, with a hormone imbalance. It's foods that feed your hormones, to feed your body as you're getting older, because you need more protein. You need to watch your sugar intake and all your grain intake, like your wheat and your dairy. It's beneficial to cut a lot of that out in midlife, because it can cause some women a lot of problems, more than others. How to have a healthy gut, how to get your liver strong, how to detox your body and to have more energy and sleep better and have less symptoms. Get your body healing, because some women have to heal their bodies to be able to lose fat again. And it's all around mindset and your lifestyle, how you live your life, how you take care of yourself, the way that you think about healthy eating and what healthy eating means to you, and how to get your head around making changes to eat healthily, because it can take time for a lot of women to get used to eating more healthily and preparing foods if you're not used to it, and combining lots of different recipes, and how to use herbs, how to use spices to your benefit, how to use the rhythm of your cycle, because the women's hormones so complex and much different to a man's that you can't just follow a man's diet. If you're working in the rhythm of your cycle, the rhythm of estrogen and high progesterone, know when to relax, know when you're more creative, know what exercise to do for different parts of the month, when it's best to do intermittent fasting, how to carb cycle, how seed cycling works. I teach you all this in my hormone reset, how you can do all these things at different parts of the month for a female's body. Your hormones, when you're in the rhythm of your hormones and how your body works and not fighting against it, you're going to feel so much better. You're going to be able to maintain your weight so much better, have more energy, you're going to sleep better. So it's quite complex, especially if you've got some gut issues, you've got adrenal health issues, thyroid's not working right, you might be toxic. A lot of these things may need to be healed first. I can teach you how to heal in my hormone reset how to heal all these things, because everyone was different in their journey to health and good health. Like, I'm still on my health journey at the moment, still healing. I've still got a long way to go, and I'm trying to be patient with my body, because your body's in charge of the healing. You give your body what it needs and it will heal. So I'm trying to be patient with my body, and some of the foods that I like, I can't eat right now because of my healing journey and all the herbs I'm taking to help healing, and all my herbal teas, like my Power de Arco tea to heal my candida. I can help you with all this in my hormone reset. So if you're interested, let me know and I'll give you the link below. I'm also going to put the link to a free 4-day meal plan that I've put together from some of the recipes that are in my hormone reset. So it gives you an idea what sort of recipes that I have in there. It's just a little taster of some of the recipes that I've put in that are easy to prepare. They do take a bit of chopping and lots of veg and fruit and some seeds, some superfoods, but you don't have to use all these superfoods. These are just what I would recommend, but you don't have to have them all, because sometimes it can be a bit expensive to start buying all these things when you're not used to eating them. So I just say to start with a few meals at a time and just start buying a few ingredients at a time to build up your healthy hormone cupboard, because it will take time to replace the cupboard that you've got now and then replacing it with all these healthy foods. So you don't have to dive in straight away and buy everything, because that, you're thinking, oh, it's too much money to buy all these supplements and all these herbs and all these different quinoa and buckwheat and all these different things and herbs and spices. It takes a long time to build up your collection. So just start with 1 or 2 and just build on that. Replace a few things at a time and go slow. There's no rush here. So I hope you found that helpful. Thanks for watching my video today, and I hope you have a great day or a great evening wherever you are in the world. And just remember that you're a woman that deserves to look good and feel good inside and out. So don't forget that. So take care, and I'll see you again in another video. Bye for now.